So Patrick Mahomes to me is the one that does that the most often.
Sure.
Because who he is, I mean, obviously his physical talent, how he understands what he needs to do offensively, and he brings a consistent winning attitude to work every single day. In the biggest moments, you can depend on him the most.
Yeah, that is correct. Good job, GOAT. Go ahead, KW, sorry.
There's a rich question here.
What's that? What is the question?
Are we too focused on Patrick's production over Patrick's results?
Well, no, I think I agree with you. It's a rich question because he has the best production and the best results when it matters. So this is why I find this time of year the quarterback rankings to be so, what's the right word? Idiotic and offensive is, I think, the word I'm looking for. Because the three guys, now again, as I've said to you, KW, if someone wants to make the case Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback in the league, there is a better line of argument for that than there is for any of the other big three. Because there is a silver bullet for Patrick versus each of them that is you can't recover from, at least right now as we sit here today. Patrick is first or second in NFL history in every postseason stat. Not wins, he is second in that as well, but stat. One of the contenders, Lamar, the only bugaboo about him is his production plummets in the playoffs compared to his regular season numbers. So he is, in that regard, the most important spot, he's out. Joe Burrow. If Patrick ever went back-to-back years with peak Hill and Kelsey, and it's like, you know what? Just couldn't overcome the bad defense. We missed the playoffs. Then we'd be like, oh, okay, then what do we do with Burrow? Burrow, in back-to-back years, has missed the playoffs with Higgins and Chase. And the Josh thing that I've listened to people say he's the best quarterback in the league, it makes my mind melt. Because if there was a quarterback in football that Patrick Mahomes were 0-4 against in the playoffs, and I came on TV, and by the way, had never once outplayed in the playoffs, not just the quarterback wins, but also outplayed him. And I went on TV and was like, you know what? I don't care. Mahomes is better than him. How many Super Bowls has he been to? 0. Hey, how many has he won? 0. You'd say you're an insane homer. So, yes, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Patrick is judged against Patrick at his best. Every other quarterback is judged against Patrick at his worst, and none of them have been able to beat Patrick at his worst. So, yeah, I think there is a little too much nitpicking of the guy who, as we sit here today, is the second greatest player in the history of the sport.
Yeah, I mean, Mahomes is transcendent. I've said he's competing with Tom Brady. He's
correct.
not competing with Lamar, Josh. As great as they are, they're going to be Hall of Famers and all that, too. If they start winning some Super Bowls and beating him, then he'll compete with them. But right now he's competing with Tom Brady. And I don't want to insult anybody who says somebody else is the best quarterback right now. But I think every pundit worth their salt recognizes Mahomes is the best quarterback in the world. And look, him being held to the standard is a compliment to him. We hold him to his standard at his best, but also to Tom Brady. And Brady's second half of his career, he was winning, obviously, and he also was putting up incredible individual numbers. And so it's like LeBron. LeBron's the only player alive that gets compared to Michael Jordan. That's a compliment. Now, it can be, you end up nitpicking, so it looks like you're picking at him here and there, but it's a compliment. Same thing with Mahomes. I want to see the light show. That's how great I think Mahomes is, that when he doesn't play, he's winning at that level, but when he doesn't perform individually at that level, you want to see it. So I mean,
Here's where I understand the nitpicking, and I agree with Tom that in the biggest moments you wouldn't want anybody besides Patrick in today's NFL. But when you look at Tom's career, Tom progressed significantly from the early time to when he was at his best. And the struggle people have when you look at Patrick, and I know we're comparing him to Patrick, is what he did his first year versus what he did last year. And if we could bring that up to see how significant this is, these numbers are dramatic. So when you're going from 50 touchdowns to 26, the interceptions are about the same. The sack numbers are up. You could say that contributes to the other issues. We got passer rating. The pass attempts, he threw one more attempt this year than he did that year, but look at the difference in yards. It's like 1,100 yards. Now, at the end of the day, the record is the best record he's had in the regular season. But to me, with Josh Allen and with Lamar Jackson, people are grading them up because they seem to be improving. But
No, that's fair.
Lamar's
it's
getting
going
over,
in the opposite direction of Brady.
Well, yeah,
at least
and so when you have this, and we've all seen this, it's hard for people to say things look different now, even though he's great and even though he performs the biggest moments.
That's my point.
But
in
they
January,
do
they
throughout
look
the season.
But I'm just saying, do you understand why people would look at this and go, we're like 25 less touchdowns?
No. I totally get that. And the point that I've made that I'll make again, I hope for Bills and Ravens and Bengals fans, we at some point get to see what those quarterbacks look like when they've beaten the game multiple times. I'm curious. I'm curious what Josh Allen, as a two-time defending Super Bowl MVP, three-time champion, would look like in the next regular season. I am. Would he be just brilliant start to finish every game, or would he? I don't know. I can't give you the exact rationale.
You're saying because complacency.
Yeah. I mean, I think we see that at times across sports, and since all of the other guys, with respect, have not really accomplished anything team-wise, to put them in the category, when we talk about Hall of Fame quarterbacks, almost all of them, you know what I mean, have been to the Super Bowl, usually multiple times. Most of them have won one. Joe's been to one. Josh and Lamar have not, but they're so individually great. And the other piece of it is not like Patrick is getting to the Super Bowl by beating the Steelers and the Texans. He is, and I'm just picking two teams that make the playoffs. The last three AFC Championship games, he has played Joe Burrow, outplayed him, and then Burrow had the ball in his hands, chance to go win the game, and threw fourth quarter interceptions and lost, and hasn't been back in the playoffs since then. Then next year, he goes to Lamar's house against a Ravens team that I'm told all year is one of the best teams of the modern era, and Lamar has the ball in the fourth quarter to a chance to make it a game and throws a pass into, his coach called it, a team meeting, game over, to go to the Super Bowl. And then next year, Josh Allen has the ball down 3 points, 3.5 minutes left. Go see if you can win it, and gets as many yards as his jersey number, and the game's over. So one of these guys at some point is going to have to outplay Patrick in a big spot. And then we can say, oh, the Super Bowls were a long time ago, the MVPs were a long time ago. But until then, it's a moot point.
I agree with you on that. The one thing I say as far as the regular season and the complacency, he has the carrot of Tom Brady out there. So there's really no reason for him to get complacent. I don't think he's complacent, but like the coach is right. Something these last 2 years, he just has not. Now he's been great in the clutch situationally in the playoffs, but the regular season he has not been himself. He should be, because he's chasing Tom Brady.
So I thought 2 years ago he was as good as he's ever been, and it was purely the drops that you called in week one. I don't think Patrick played poorly 2 years ago. Last year, especially early in the year, he was every game he threw one pass like what the hell was going on. Mm-hmm. But I also think you're saying he was chasing time. Last year, the chase was about the Chiefs trying to three-peat. It was not about Mahomes trying to win league MVP, and it's such a weird year to look back on, because he didn't play that well. The offense didn't score that many points, and he had the 1 of 10 passer rating in the fourth quarter, led the league in fourth quarter comebacks, which is actually not something you want to have to lead the league in, led the league in game-winning drives, all of it, and I need to see one of these guys step up and do it. Now, this year it is different. This year it is different. And this, KW, is when you say, come on, KW. Come on.
What do you want me to say?
I mean, you know what you want to say. Someone did outplay him in a big spot.
Who?
Come on, KW.
Who, KW?
Come on, KW.
Despite what you may have seen on your televisions, 80 million people, Jalen Hurts does not have what it takes to win the Super Bowl. He doesn't. The guy just doesn't have it. He does not have it. You can present a defense to Jalen Hurts where he says, I don't know what to do? He can't. You guys, the world has convinced me. Jalen Hurts, not a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He doesn't have what it takes. Stick around. More of the First Things First Best of show is coming up. It's even more best.